Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's GTA video, we're going to be doing another roundup of some Grand Theft Auto 6 news that has been making its way around the internet over the last 24 hours or so, including a lot of people picking up a quote from Take-Two Interactive CEO Strauss Zelnick on how there could be a major announcement in the month of May this year. We'll see what he's talking about there. Also, probably the most famous and reputable Rockstar Games insider might have given us a cryptic clue. We'll talk about that. And an image of GTA 6 already appearing on the PlayStation 5. We'll debunk that as well. All right, so over the last 24 hours or so, there's been this interesting quote reappearing from Strauss Zelnick, Take-Two Interactive CEO. And this actually came from Take-Two's Q3 2020 earnings call that happened on February 6th, 2020. So this is actually something we covered back when this announcement was made. I don't know why it's getting a ton of traction now, but it was this question that was asked by Todd Younger, who said, if you don't mind, if I could ask just a follow-up, then more on the business side. So Strauss, I think I've heard you say multiple times publicly that Take-Two aspires to launch a AAA game every year. At least one every year. Should we assume that that includes calendar year 2020? I'm not asking for any formal announcements of anything, but with this year, should we expect a AAA release this year as well? And anything you could say more about what would be appreciated. And Strauss ended up saying, so as we always do, you're going to hear our initial outlook for fiscal 21 in May of this year. And our labels, of course, always make our product releases. We have set our strategy, as you correctly pointed out, is to have a strong frontline release schedule, both iterations from beloved franchises. We have 11 franchises that have sold in at least 5 million units within one release, as well as new intellectual property. And we are working on the most robust pipeline in our history. So we're amazingly excited about it. That said, we haven't always been able to achieve our goal of having a strong frontline release schedule in every year, even in the recent past. What has been great, though, is we've built a company that has these very strong underpinnings of catalog titles and ongoing titles that live on in the hearts and minds of our consumers, generating engagements and generating net bookings and profits. And he goes on to say, so we now have a company that season in and season out, we feel confident can generate plenty of net bookings, can engage with consumers, and can generate a great deal of profitability. And of course, at the same time, we'll build our business with these frontline new releases. Given that we're a company that depends on our creative teams to make as close to perfect products as possible, we have to be willing to live with the vagaries of product deliveries, and that means sometimes we will have thin frontline years. But even in those frontline years, we've been able to deliver really great financial results. Okay, so that's what Strauss Zelnick said back in February of 2020. And a lot of people have been rolling with this saying, oh my gosh, this means that they're going to make some giant announcement before their quarterly call that they have in May 2020. And a lot of people have been pointing to the fact that that is going to be Grand Theft Auto 6. Even though Strauss doesn't say that at all, he does, obviously hint that it could be something exciting, that they're working on their most robust pipeline in their history. But a lot of people have been taking what Strauss has said. They've been looking at in-game images from the last Grand Theft Auto Online DLC, the Diamond Casino heist, and saying, this date it's going to happen, that date it's going to happen. I want to pump the brakes a little bit. I definitely think something is going to happen either before the month of May or right before they do this outlook for the year 2021. Now, whether that's about GTA 6, we don't know. Remember, Take-Two Interactive is the parent company of Rockstar Games. They're also the parent company of a bunch of other labels too, like 2K Games, etc. So just because Strauss is talking about something crazy here doesn't mean it's about GTA 6. It's very likely it could be, but of course, it's not a guarantee. Definitely the most interesting thing that Rockstar said regarding maybe their plans for 2020 came in a Newswire post that they did on January 28th, 2020. Remember, this is where they talked about how GTA Online and Red Dead Online had a record-breaking holiday season. They gave away some free money, rewards, and bonuses for all players. And they basically said to expect more big updates and a few surprises as we move forward into the year, referring to 2020. So I don't know if they were specifically talking about Grand Theft Auto Online there or something new altogether in the GTA series. That's why I think a lot of people are confused on this. And I think we'll get a lot of clarification during this May briefing. And I'll, of course, keep you guys posted on when that comes and also what Strauss and his team ends up talking about during that conference, which you can actually listen to live for yourself. But as we get closer to that date, I'll let you know what's exactly going on here. Now, moving on, it also looks like Rockstar might be getting a little fed up with people asking for Grand Theft Auto 6 on social media like Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. It seems like every time Rockstar posts something, the majority of the comments are not really about what they posted, more like, where's GTA 6? Is GTA 6 coming out? Like random comments like that. And it kind of looks like Rockstar is getting fed up because one person posted on the GTA 6 speculation thread that they actually got blocked by Rockstar. And I believe this is on Twitter. So how about that? I didn't know Rockstar blocked anyone. And apparently this individual was just constantly replying to them with generally not so great things to say, which will probably get you blocked on Twitter regardless. But it also looks like this person was always asking for GTA 6 and constantly replying to Rockstar, wondering when that game was going to be released. So maybe Rockstar's feeling a little bit of the heat as well, especially after the recent Kotaku article, how they basically mentioned that Rockstar's next game is going to be about GTA 6, and it might end up being smaller because Rockstar has a bad history of, really forcing their employees to crunch and work really hard towards the end of a game coming out. So I don't know, maybe they're feeling the heat on this a little bit. And if that is the case, they're not holding back at all when it comes to blocking people on social media. So just be careful. If you don't want Rockstar to block you, don't consistently spam them with, where's GTA 6 and yelling at them when, they make a post that isn't about GTA 6. So just keep that in mind when you're interacting with Rockstar on social media. And honestly, this should be a good example of social media etiquette as well. Just because you are anonymous on the internet doesn't mean you can just spout whatever nonsense you want. People have the right to block you, and apparently so does Rockstar as well. Now, another interesting thing that has happened over the last 24 hours or so, I'm sure you know who Yan2295 is, probably the most famous, reputable, and well-known Rockstar Games insider. So, as you know, a couple of years ago, or as you might not know, Yan ended up basically no longer leaking. He ended up putting on a tweet that's normally pinned on his profile saying, hey guys, I always told Rockstar that if they ever wanted me to stop sharing leaks, they could just tell me and I would stop. Today, Take-Two took me up on that offer and contacted me about it, asking if I could do that, to which I agreed. And you see when that came out on September 12th, 2018. Well, for a short bit, it was either over the last day or two, depending on when you're watching this video, he actually removed that pinned tweet and instead put something different. It was a tweet that he had made on October 6th in 2017, simply replying to Rockstar with the words, soon. And he had that tweet pinned for maybe a couple of hours and then ended up switching it back to the one that he said he's not going to be doing any leaking anymore. And I don't know if you guys use Twitter a lot, but it's kind of impossible to accidentally pin a tweet. So that kind of throws out the idea that this was done on accident or like he accidentally hit some buttons while his phone was in his pocket or something like that. You have to click on a button to pull up a tab that has the option to pin a tweet. You have to click pin tweet, and then you have to hit another confirmation to pin that tweet. So it would be very unlikely that something like that was done on accident. And I don't know if this necessarily relates to GTA 6, but a lot of people were talking about it. And I think this might be Yan's way of hinting at something without actually hinting at something that goes against breaking his rules of leaking something. I don't know. I'm sure there's a lot more to this story we haven't quite understood yet. But that's what a lot of people have been talking about over the last couple of days. So if you feel like you know something here, you can definitely let us know in the comments down below. Other than that, it might be a waiting game to see either if Rockstar announces something or if Yan ends up doing something else like this, where he ends up pinning a tweet and trying to, sort of secretly give us a hint without actually saying anything, where either Rockstar, Take-Two Interactive might end up noticing. Now, moving on, let's talk about something else that was getting a lot of people's attention over the last couple of days, and that is this image, supposedly, of the PlayStation 5 with Grand Theft Auto 6 going into the actual console. So I'll put this photo on the screen right here, and I'm sure you guys can see that that is the brand new Sony PlayStation 5 DualSense controller. And it looks like it's sitting on top of a new console. And look what's going into the console itself. None other than a disc with GTA 6 on the actual console. And a lot of people were like, whoa, what is going on here? Did Sony just accidentally leak not only the console, what the controller looks like, even though we've gotten some official details on that, but also more importantly, GTA 6? Because there's been a lot of rumors with GTA 6, especially in its connection to the PS5, that it's going to be an exclusive, that it's going to be available for the PlayStation 5 a month early before, Xbox and PC guys, crazy rumors. And this is just a concept, so don't freak out, anyone. This is coming from the company Let's Go Digital. They've created some really cool smartphone concepts, console concepts in the past. They have their own website dedicated to this sort of stuff, so I will leave a link to it in the description. It's really interesting. I mean, the design is obviously beautiful here, but the disc that they have in there is just a mock-up. It's just a concept, so don't freak out here. And they even created this video introduction for it as well that has the same Grand Theft Auto 6 disc sort of slipping into the console. And again, a lot of people were like, oh, what the heck is going on here? Again, it's just a concept. No need to freak out. I'm sure some Sony fans were all for the fact that, GTA 6 would be an exclusive. Xbox guys were like, no way, we don't want that. Obviously, no information has been confirmed from Rockstar on what their console and system plans are. But this is just a concept. No need to freak out. No need to panic. It does look pretty cool, but this is nothing official. But anyways, that is all the information that I've got for you guys in this video today, sort of our daily, weekly GTA 6 news wrap-up. We've got some interesting reports from Strauss Zelnick, one of the most reputable leakers of all time, potentially giving us a cryptic clue and potentially what GTA 6 could look like on the next-generation console, the PS5. So again, I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments down below. Let me know what you think about everything we discussed in this video today and more. If you guys did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new or you want to stay up to date on all the latest GTA and Red Dead Redemption videos that I'm doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.